Hi, it's Nikki here from Happy Hormones for Life, and today I am talking about one of my favourite things in the world. It's coffee. I get a lot of questions about coffee, whether people should drink it or not, if it's healthy or not. And if you're sort of starting a new healthy eating plan or you're following a program, you're most likely to be told to give up coffee because it's always been thought to be bad for you. Well, the truth is never as straightforward as it seems, is it? With nutrition, it's never kind of black or white, should I say? So forgive the pun, but the truth is it's good for some and not so good for others. Depends on what's going on for you. So the good news about coffee is it's actually very protective for your heart. So coffee beans act, they have antioxidants. They act as um, protective. They can reduce harmful cholesterol. Research suggests like 2 cups of coffee are the best for protecting your heart. Secondly, there's some good news for diabetes, and many studies have linked coffee with improved glucose metabolism and insulin secretion, so that's good news. Thirdly, for weight loss, coffee contains chlorogenic acid. It's a plant compound that can be effective as an antioxidant, reducing glucose absorption. So that's always good, especially when we're going through menopause. And caffeine can increase metabolism and help to burn fat. That's another advantage. For cancer, some studies suggest that moderate intake of coffee can be protective. For brain health, we know that caffeine makes you more alert, but new research is suggesting that it can actually protect against dementia and Parkinson's as well. For depression, coffee might benefit our mental health. So caffeine stimulates dopamine and adrenaline, giving us a bit of a mental boost. 4 cups or more per day has been linked with a 20% reduced risk of depression versus those who drank 1 cup a week. So again, this can be a good thing for mental health. And then liver disease. While the liver has to break down caffeine, the antioxidant content can actually be protective against things like cirrhosis and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and hepatitis C. The bad news about coffee is that it stimulates cortisol, which I talk about a lot, and that's our stress hormone. And if you're already stressed, you may be relying on your cup of coffee for your energy hit. That's a bit of a vicious cycle, which can be addictive and hard to get off. That chlorogenic acid that I talked about may increase homocysteine levels as well, and that's an indicator for increased risk of heart disease. So, we've got 2 sides of caffeine for that. Caffeine can also interfere with your blood sugar balance, therefore increasing your risk of insulin resistance and diabetes. So it's got that opposite effect again. Caffeine again can increase loss of minerals such as calcium, magnesium, iron, and potassium, and it might also inhibit absorption of vitamin D and B vitamins. And it can also interfere with detoxification in the liver, things like medications and toxins. So certain medications are poorly absorbed with caffeine, things like thyroxine. So if you're on thyroxine medication, and some antidepressants as well. Now, the milky bit in the middle is what I call it, the grey area. The reason some of these studies seem to contradict each other is that coffee has different effects on different individuals depending on certain factors. First one is your genetics. So we are all genetically unique and different. So we have varying degrees of efficiency of detoxifying caffeine. We have a genetic predisposition to how we detoxify caffeine. So some of us can handle caffeine with no problem at all. My Italian friend Monica can have a double espresso before bed and sleep like a baby. They are the fast detoxifiers. Some people can't handle any caffeine. In fact, 50% of us have a genetic variant in the gene needed to detoxify this caffeine. So that makes us slower detoxifiers. And this means caffeine hangs around for longer, and it has more of an effect, and it can result in things like tremors, palpitations, anxiety, or sleep problems. And the evidence is showing that slow detoxifiers can actually have increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and some cancers. So coffee, depending on your genes, can have a completely different effect. Now, it also depends on your lifestyle. So if you're stressed out, exhausted, sleep deprived, if you're over exercising, or you're dealing with a chronic health condition, or your hormones are all over the place, coffee could be an absolutely terrible idea for you. If you're pretty healthy, your energy's good, you're sleeping well, you're balanced, and you're feeling good, and you're healthy, then drink coffee. It should be okay for you, unless you have any effects from it. How you drink your coffee is also important. So, like modern day coffee is often loaded with milk or sugar, or served with a muffin or a carb-loaded treat. This is going to cause a big insulin surge and wipe out any of the benefits from the coffee bean. So Best to drink it neat, organic, alone, or with a small amount of plant milk maybe, or organic milk, or with some protein with it. The benefits suggested are found from real coffee, not instant or any kind of coffee substitutes. Organic is even better because you're then going to get more of the pureness of the antioxidants and less chemicals. And the less processing the coffee bean undergoes, the more nutrients are preserved. So if you can get the whole beans, organic beans, and then get a machine to do that, which I mean, I've got just a simple filter machine that you put the beans in at the top and it just filters it through. But you know, the better the coffee, the more the nutrients basically. Coffee's effect can change also if you have an existing health condition. So, for example, caffeine has been shown to be a bit of a gut irritant to some people. So, if you're celiac or you're intolerant to certain foods like gluten, you may be intolerant to the protein in the coffee as well. Something to think about. So, like anything, we have to take the information, we have to apply it to our own individual cases and make our own minds up. So, if you know you react badly, best to reduce or avoid altogether. If not, then drink the best coffee you can and know that it's doing some good to your health. And if, as ever, if you want more personalised advice or want to get some support, you know where we are. Contact us for more information. I hope that's been helpful. Have a great day.